Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
Love how I play that even when there's no Batman in this. All right, kids, welcome back to another week of We Are the Knights,
the Batman podcast.
And yes, it is an Azrael week, so
Yes.
suck it low. And I am Phil, joining me as always, the Azrael himself.
Yes, Justin Yale swooping back into Gotham, but this time a Gotham of a much different style.
Yeah, 3 issues tonight. It's all going to be a little different. Yeah, we're going to do Azrael Annuals 1 and 2, and Azrael Plus The Question.
Plus the question.
No, I had to crack it low because she said something the other day. Oh, yesterday, because the Azrael background was still before we recorded. She's like, get that blonde. She's like, get that off there. She's like, no one cares about no blonde Batman. She's like, tell Justin I said that. Meanwhile, she's killed more men with fire than Azrael ever has.
He's DC's Moon Knight, all right? We love him.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think of that, Ray? He's not Batman. Azrael, what do you think of that? What the F?
You never know. Ray might actually like Azrael.
Yeah, I'm sure if I ask him, he'll be like, "Oh, dearie me, I've never read any of his issues yet."
I think he would find the look of Azrael cool. As far as some of the earlier stories, I don't think that especially the monkey fluid story, I don't think that Ray would have liked that at all.
No.
But some of these other stories, I don't know. I have a little suspicion that some of these Azrael stories may indeed be to Ray's liking.
Yes.
And some of the ones that we'll cover soon.
Yes.
On the series. Yeah. Yes. Because they have no Batman whatsoever.
That's right.
And they feature Azrael kicking some major ass in them.
Yes. All right. So should we get to the issues tonight?
Yes.
I don't know. Should we do these in chronological order? Because like the first annual is a prequel, then Azrael Plus
comes
in the middle, and then that. Or
True.
Or I don't know. Or do you want to get
Well, we can do the first annual because the first annual is kind of like a prequel.
Yes, it's kind of like the prequel to sort of Azrael miniseries.
The whole thing. Yeah.
And again, kids, good luck finding these because they're not on DC Universe finite. So
we had to go rappelling up Malware Mountain for this one.
At least one of them for me. I had 2 in the floppies, but yeah, good luck finding them digitally anywhere. All right, so Azrael, and again, this was from '95, so it was like year 1 annuals all this year. So, so I kind of like that they did that with this. That they kind of showed Jean Paul's father, who was Azrael.
Yes,
him. Yeah,
I liked that too.
Yeah. All right, so Azrael Annual 1 from October 1995, Requiem. Writer, of course, Dennis O'Neil. Pencilers, Barry Kitson and David Ammerman. Inkers, James Pascoe, Ken Branch, Marcio Moraes, Pam Eklund, and Rob Lee. So 5 inkers.
Damn.
Yeah. Colorist Demetrius Bazookas and Digital Hellfire. Letterer Ken Brzezinnik, and editors Archie Goodwin and Chuck Kim. All right. Jean-Paul Valley told of how he became Azrael, starting with how his father and predecessor Ludovic had died and left things behind for him. 11 months earlier, Ludovic was shot and wounded while while failing to kill Carlton Leha. When traveling to the U.S. to search for him, Ludovic recruited the help of Leha's secretary, Patricia Partridge. Ludovic saved her life and her daughter's life from men sent by Leha and shared a kiss with her. He received a vision from Saint Dumbass ordering him to slay Patricia before he bought a baseball for Jean-Paul upon her advice. He took advantage of the Founders' Day celebrations and changed into Azrael, although he was shot by Leha's specially coated bullets before he fled, dying and ended up by his son's door, which again leads us in the beginning of sort of Azrael.
Yes. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Patricia was disappointed that Ludovic didn't come to her while she was waiting. Afterward, Jean-Paul traveled the earth seeking knowledge of his origins and his destiny. So, yeah. So, what did you think of this? Was this the first time you read this, or was this?
Yeah, all three of these that we're talking about tonight. It was my first time reading all three of these. Yeah. I enjoyed this actually. I loved the concept that we saw a glimpse into the previous Azrael, because we had already established that this had been going on for a long time. Like the Azraels had been going back to the medieval ages. So it makes sense that we would see at some point a glimpse into a previous Azrael. But personally, I wanted to see what happened with his dad.
Yeah.
Because that was how we really opened the origin, the very beginning of the Sword of Azrael miniseries with the Joe Quesada artwork. And I wanted to see more behind that character, because it seemed to me that there were a few more stories to be told there. And this one was good. I liked it. I was kind of I was expecting him to be kind of robotic and cold and alien and distant, which is exactly what he turned out to be, because he had no clue how to be a dad at all.
I mean, he basically had no idea how to be a human being. I mean, he had served order his whole life, because it's like, when the woman, and again, it's like, oh, your son's in college, get him a baseball glove and ball and
he's
baseball.
like, what for? Yeah.
I know. And then he's like, you can purchase these things in a store?
Yeah. Yeah. He lived a very sheltered life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forget, did it say how long he had been functioning as Azrael in the capacity of...
Oh, I don't know if it I don't know if it did. I would assume probably most or all was adult life, I would think.
Yeah.
Because they and again, not to bring up the monkey fluid issues, but yeah, I mean, they kind of briefly mentioned where it's like, basically the mother was basically just an egg donor, pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
He pretty much didn't know the mother.
Yeah.
Oh, here's why I love reading floppies. That like in the beginning there, almost like that 2-page splash, almost with the top and bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, they put an ad in the middle of it.
And have you ever played that game, Atmosphere?
Yes, I had it. Yes.
Oh, that is some funny shit. Oh my god! If you play that with a group of people, I guarantee you,
people like guy comes on the screen. Yes.
If you play that with a group of people, I guarantee you somebody's going to be pissing their pants by the end of it, because everybody's going to be laughing so hard. It is hysterical.
Oh yeah, when I was younger, we play it. Yeah, he'd pop on the screen and everyone would be like, "Shut the F up."
Oh my god, yeah.
That's what we need. Okay, next year you need to get down here. We'll get Lil.
Yes, we'll all do that.
We need to play that game, because I think I might still
you have it.
I might. I gotta look. I mean, it's buried somewhere, but I gotta find it. Yeah.
If you find it, that's a date. You better believe we're doing that. Oh god, and we got to record it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Be that much Patreon.
Yeah, make an episode out of it.
So you can really tell the guy to shut the F up and stuff. Yeah.
Probably the makers of that game would contact us for copyright. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's the Patreon final payroll.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I like the again. I mean, I like the Kitson art on this, and even the
Mm.
other guy wasn't that bad. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, David Ammerman. I was trying to remember where else I knew him from, and I think that he had worked on some of the Ultraverse comic books that I like so much. I
That
think
makes
that's
sense.
where I saw him from.
95, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, his artwork's good. It's good. It's not I wouldn't say it's as good as Barry Kitson, unfortunately, if I had to compare the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's still good. And I think that later on his David Ammerman's artwork changed quite a bit. He changed his style or developed it quite a bit more. Yeah, and also we had, like you said at the onset, a legion of inkers
Mm-hmm.
on this issue. Like an army of inkers, which was not uncommon at the time. If you had an annual and you're running behind schedules, you kind of had to have fill-in inkers to take
Mm-hmm.
the workload. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a great story. I was really impressed with this. Yeah, I liked it.
And,
At first, I thought I kind of want to see more of Ludovic's uh, other escapades as Azrael, but then again, I thought, well, how entertaining is that going to be to read if he's just like this cold robotic
it's
entity,
massive,
like this emotionless shell of a being this whole time? That wouldn't really be fun to read. So seeing him at the very end of his tenure as Azrael, his last mission as
yeah.
Azrael, I thought was a really cool way to not introduce him, because this wasn't his introduction, obviously, but give his flesh out a little bit more of his character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked it.
And I'm glad Brother Rollo hasn't changed at all. Talking about because when Ludovic's talking about using Leha as secretary, he's like, "What? Her a woman?" He's like, "Oh yeah, by all means do it." He's like, "But bear in mind the essential cow-like stupidity of the female."
Yeah.
Just
Meanwhile, Sister Lily's there glaring at him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's like, "You're a dickhead." Yeah.
Ah! And I love when she reminds him of something. He's like, "Of course I remember. I just tested the rest of you."
Yes. I knew that.
Pulling up old Prim.
What did they describe his voice as? Something like bubbling oil covered, filled with broken glass or something. I was like, oh man, yikes.
Oh yeah, because he's like, how did Lee Haas shoot you through your armor? And Lily reminds him, yeah, he has a specially coated.
He has special bullets. Yeah,
I do that. And I don't know. I mean, I love Denny O'Neil. I love his work, but it's like, is there at least one character in every issue he writes that has to be a completed utter moron?
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Because it's what is her name? Patricia. She's like, with the whole thing, I don't know. I guess she thinks Ludovic's a secret agent, like going after Leha. So she's like, okay, fine, we'll help you. Yeah. But then when he doesn't show up at the end, it doesn't dawn on her that, oh, maybe he's dead. She just like, oh, he split me up.
Yeah. Do we ever see her character again?
As far as I know, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So it's so stupid. I wonder how long she stayed there.
Maybe she's still there. All these years later, she's still waiting.
Well, she don't have a job with Leha because by this, I mean, he's dead too.
Yeah, he's dead a couple times over at this point. He's died and come back and died again.
Oh, I never read this one. Did you read this one? The year one annual for the Spectre?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the ones on my little list. Yeah.
Dr. Fate's on that cover too. Yeah.
Yes. I'm only missing like maybe 3 or 4 issues of that series, and that's one of them.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by Ostrander. Yeah. Oh
yeah, Ostrander, and I think Pat Olift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read that. I gotta read that.
Yeah, I think finally this year I'm going to be getting my copy of that one, floppy of that one. Yeah.
But yeah, I do like like father, like son. Ludovic also gets the hallucinations. And,
yes.
Ludovic,
tortured by Saint Dumbass.
also the horny virgin. Yes.
Yeah. Poor guy. Jeez. How many years has he been dealing with that?
But yeah, again, it's like, them having to know and how to deal with humanity. You would, I mean, again, I guess the religious order doesn't give a crap about that. But I'm like, you would think they would like at least teach these Azraels how to like pretend to deal with humanity, just so they can pass among them more, discreetly. But I guess discreet is not a part of the same dumbass playbook.
I guess not. I guess when it comes to programming these Manchurian candidates, that's the best that they can do.
It's just like, go in and burn them all.
Yeah, but you'd think, the system would be well refined enough to kick in when it was needed the most.
Mm-hmm.
When in moments of danger or peril, or when they were near their intended target, if they were assassinating someone or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that the system would kick in then. And for the rest of the time, they would just be like you and I.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I would have, if I was writing the system today, like, that's how I would have it be.
Well, I guess the priests or scientists or whoever of Saint Dumbass who program the system don't know much anyway, so they can't program that knowledge. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Brother Rollo and all them. They're not dealing with a full deck here.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Not only do I think Denny O'Neil stories have to have like a dumb character, but they also have to have like a mean let's hurt a woman character.
Yeah, vicious and like kind of sadistic and off the rails with it.
Because at least one of Leha's men, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna throw you and your kid off this balcony.
Yeah, he's gonna throw the kid right off. Yeah.
And they're basically like, oh yeah, you're gonna splatter when you hit the bottom.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, it's like Nug and Clubber, or it's like
exactly.
It just seems like there's a lot of let's beat up the woman. I don't know if that's like Denny's like writing tool to like show, this guy is pure evil, pure scum. So don't feel bad when Azrael beats the crap out of him.
Or it's Gotham, and there's all these nasty criminals that love hanging out in Gotham and making people's lives miserable.
And in this case, this guy's working for Leha, who may actually be possessed by a demon.
Right. So it makes sense he would be extra nasty.
Because that's the other thing. Like at the end of the issue, I don't know if that was like Denny trying to confirm. Oh yeah, he's possessed by Biss because he has like the red eyes.
Yeah, I wondered that too. Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was just like an artist choice or if that was just like them saying, "Oh yeah, no, Biss is in there."
Could have also been the work of Lilith's cousin, Digital Hellfire.
Oh yeah.
Who worked on this issue? Let's see if Lilith can get us an interview with Digital Hellfire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, other thoughts on this one, or?
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact that we did have a brief glimpse of John Paul's dad and his tenure as Azrael, as brief as we did see the glimpse. It was still satisfying.
Yeah, it kind of worked because again, we'd pretty much seen Jean Paul's whole journey as Azrael from the beginning of Sword of Azrael. So it's like, instead of just retelling stuff, I thought that was nice that then he actually told the story of the father.
Yeah, his last mission as Azrael. I really liked that.
Yeah,
and like I said, the artwork was good. I liked David Ammerman's stuff. His artwork was good in this, and I can't really find any fault with anything other than like the stuff that you mentioned, kind of like the similar character tropes that we see, kind of repeating themselves a little bit.
And again, it's a nice little prequel. So if you ever are reading Sword of Azrael, kids, you can read this right before the end of it runs like right into the beginning of Sword of Azrael.
Yeah, that would read really well actually if you started that first and then went into the miniseries.
you know a little more instead of what's going on, instead of where you read sort of Azrael for the first time, you're like, what's going on?
You get a little bit more of the bigger picture.
Yeah. All right. So should we get to Azrael Plus The Question?
Yes.
And I don't believe I got any feedback from Russell.
Oh. I don't know if he actually has this issue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because again, this wasn't like a regular part of the series. It wasn't an annual. It was a one-shot, because again,
It was
this
just a one-shot, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't even know about this.
Because they did a bunch of one-shots like that for around this time, the time this came out in '96. Like, they would just pairing up two characters. Like, I remember.
Oh, yes.
Batman and Arsenal, Roy Harper. Mark Waid wrote a decent one. Nightwing and Flash, Wally West.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one too. It's Catwoman plus Scream Queen from Scare Tactics. Scare Tactics is one of those books I'm going to cover on the Lost Library.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing of it. I never really read that book.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm trying to remember. There was a Green Lantern one with Kyle Rayner, but I forget. Oh, I forget who was in that.
Yeah, it was like the character plus someone else.
Oh, it might have been a newer character. I forget if it was an original character or a newer character, maybe.
Argus or somebody like that. Yeah.
Argus. I remember
Argus.
All right. So yes, Azrael Plus The Question, #1 from December 1996. The Anger, the Terror, and the Question. Writer Dennis O'Neil, of course. Penciler and inker Vincent Garano. Colorist Demetrius Bazukis. Letterer Ken Brzezinnik, and editors Archie Goodwin and Chuck Kim. Although the cover is a Barry Kitson. This is my favorite cover of this week.
Yeah, I love the cover on that.
Yeah. Just Azrael, the Question. I like the flames behind them and that roulette wheel.
Yeah.
All right, strap in for a big synopsis here, kids. A chance encounter results in Azrael and the Question joining forces against a fledgling terrorist group who are led by a man struggling with father issues. Boom. The theme this week, kids. Daddy issues. All right.
This should be the subtitle of the episode.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you think of this one, Justin? Again,
I liked it. Yeah, it was nice to see Denny, or to read Denny doing the Question again, because I loved his Question series in the 80s. Phenomenal stuff. So it's always nice to see him write that character again.
I liked this issue, and again, I hadn't read a ton of Question, like his Question back in the day, but this almost seemed more like a Question book than like an. I guess it's supposed to be both of them, but I mean, it seemed way more. You got way more Question than Azrael in this.
Yeah, and I wondered if because that was if the reason why was because there wasn't a Question series at the time. Like, I think it had been canceled for a few years at that point, and he wasn't appearing regularly anywhere else. So it was like an excuse to kind of get him back on the radar again. But I didn't like the ponytail. I was like, oh God, here we go. They even got to give the Question a ponytail in 1995 too. Oh God, here we go. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good little story. It felt kind of short.
Yeah.
It felt kind of short. It felt like it was wrapped up really quickly.
Yeah, because Vic saves this guy's life, and then basically he's like, oh, I want to hire you as a bodyguard. Oh, not for me, for my daughter.
Yeah,
this actress. Who's kind of a klutz. Did you know she's kind of a klutz? She's kind of a klutz.
Yeah, she only says it about 500 times.
I get gold medal in klutz. Yeah. And then, like I said, I hadn't read a lot of Question, but this Junior Musto. Was he from the Question series or no?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because I was going to say, yeah, if you hadn't read the Question, this guy kind of
It's
came
been
out
a while since I've read it. I actually got to get the omnibus of that because I don't have that full series in floppy.
Oh, they do have an omnibus like out for that?
They do.
Oh, nice.
It collects the whole thing. Yeah.
How long was that? Was that like?
I think it was 37, 8 issues, something like that. And they did a couple of there's some annuals, and there was a crossover with Green Arrow and Detective Comics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in that too. So yeah, that omnibus, I want to hurry up and get that one of these days. Yeah, I what I have read of that Question series, because I don't think I've actually read the entire thing. I think there's still 3 or 4 issues somewhere in the middle that I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I love that series.
So yeah, I mean, this one again, it seems like like Vic Sage has like a mission, something to do. Jean Paul just basically kind of like basically hallucinates his father yelling at him again, and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, you have to find your own way in the world, and they basically finds about the secret of the angels, this play on this riverboat. So he's like, oh yeah, a clue.
Yeah. And speaking of the hallucinations, like it's been a while since in the regular Azrael series that we've had any of that. Was there an editor's note anywhere in this that said where this was? Yeah, that would have been helpful.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because we might be a little bit ahead of where we left off reading the series, but yeah, because again, I don't think there was a lot of hallucinations with his father even after that. So I don't. And again, it's so weird because it's Denny writing this too, so it's like Denny should know exactly what Azrael's doing at this point.
When was this published?
This was December 96 cover date here.
December 96.
Azrael December 1996. Oh, hope if I could spell. All right. What was out that month? Oh, issue 24. So we are a little bit ahead because we did the 20 last time. Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
yeah.
So we're a little bit ahead.
Yeah, but again,
I don't remember him.
Yeah.
I don't remember him hallucinating in those issues either.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's really doing that at this. Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a mess.
And again, it's so weird because it's Denny. Like I said, Denny's the only one writing Azrael is Denny, so Denny should know.
That's why I asked if there was an editor's note, because they could have placed this like,
I
don't know, a year or so back at the series in the teens or whatever.
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, there's no editor's note in this, and it's so weird too because it's like there's no Brian, there's no Lily, so it's like, it's very out of like, oh, when does this take place?
Mm-hmm. It's almost like they wrote it for someone else,
maybe
for a different character with the Question, and then they were like, no, we need another Azrael book this month. We need Azrael in something else.
You might be right. Yeah.
And
since it's Denny, he's probably like, oh, who else could I plug in? Oh, I know Azrael.
Oh, yeah. Azrael. Yeah.
Hit my new character. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because it seems like very vague on the Jean. That's the other reason why it seems like to me that we're getting limited Jean Paul in this, because again, maybe because they did have to take out another character and plug him in.
That's my suspicion. Yeah, that this was written for some other character first.
Or I wonder if it was like something to do with like whoever the other character was. Was it just, oh no, that character's already getting used in another plus annual.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
yeah.
Because that would be interesting. I wonder who he would plug. Who he plug into that if he. What he would.
Who else? Maybe it was another character that he's written before.
Because I was gonna say Oliver Queen was dead at this point, or so.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah, it couldn't have been Oliver Queen.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about it, but it does feel to me like this was written for a different character.
Oh no! Now that you say that, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Again, because it's like, yeah, Azrael's name is the biggest name on the cover, but meanwhile, I swear he has the least amount to do.
Yeah,
including the
he's
bad
only
guy.
in it for like 5 pages. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's strange, but it's still an enjoyable little issue. Yeah, it's still fun.
But I'm just saying, don't come into this if you want a ton of Azrael.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you want a question story, it's a good question story.
Yeah, on those merits, like a mid-90s question story. It's good. It's very good.
But yeah, oh yeah, so they all get on the boat at the same time, and Vic runs into the klutz. Rita, and I guess he's kind of falling for her because he's like, oh no, this ain't good.
Yeah.
He actually tells her his real name and stuff, and he was trying to stay anonymous. And I love the bad guys. I could follow her and kill her now. And Junior's like, no, the Musto group must make a statement.
The Musto group, yeah.
And I love, we'll meet at 1900 hours. When's that? 1900 hours, 6 o'clock. Or is it 8, 9? That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like almost like a trademark where Denny had to write a lot, at least like half the cast of a book is like dumbasses. It's just like, oh, what?
Half the cast is dumbass, and the other cast is psychotic, vicious killers. Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't think he felt like he had to like dumb down a lot of the villains for Azrael, do you?
Well,
you can't have him be too smart.
He did. Well, he did have him face some smarter villains later on. Maybe it was just in the onset.
In the beginning, you don't want to throw nothing.
In the beginning, yeah.
Oh Lord! Again, it seems like such a Looney Tunes plot or something because the Musto group, they're basically going to hide explosives in the piano, so when Rita hits the right key, blow everything up.
It reminded me of the South Park episode where he tries to sabotage, he tries to put the bomb in Jimmy's guitar. When he played the specific note, it would explode.
Yes, even like 96 when I was reading this, it first came out. I was just, the minute he mentioned, the explosive go off when she hits the right key. The Looney Tunes theme just started playing in my head. I'm like, oh God. I love it. And I love this angel play that Rita's in because it's like Vic is just like, oh brother, what crap, and then John Paul is basically like, how true, how meaningful.
Yeah.
Because it's what is it? But even the angels must guard themselves as angels, lest they falter and be mistaken for us shabby mortals.
Shabby mortals. I love
that. And then at the end, Rita the Colette comes running over to Victor, trips over her own feet, and like basically falls into him. Talking about the play, but again, there's like nothing for Jean Paul to do because Vic's like walking to his room and he's like, hey, he's like, there's like 5 guys in like green bow ties and wearing the same suit and stuff. He's like, it's a coincidence. He's like, can't be a coincidence. Like, unless it's a uniform, a killer's uniform. So that's when he's like, okay, I guess I got to pull the question out of mothballs. So no one recognized me, especially Rita.
Yeah.
Nobody's walking past a little couple. Charlie, that man has no face. Pimple cream. I overdid it. But again, there's no Jean Paul because the explosive gets set off. Not when Rita's hitting the keys, but she trips over that one guy and they drop the angel on the piano.
Yeah, I love that.
Because again, no sign of Jean Paul until that explosive goes off. And he's like, oh, he hears the explosion and he starts putting on that Azrael costume. Because even as he's pulling on the suit, he's like, that line in the play, even the angels must guard themselves as angels.
I was doing some looking up too about the Mustos, and yes, that they are featured in the Question
Okay.
series. And yeah, those are some of the issues that I don't have. There's a bunch I'm missing in the 20s.
Mm.
And yeah, that's so they come from that. I wonder if this was originally going to be like a Question story.
Oh,
The
maybe. Yeah,
the
maybe Denny had a
Question
question
plus
before he's sitting in the drawer. Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, the Question isn't going to be a big draw. Like he doesn't have his own series right now. It has to be
Yeah.
somebody else who has their own series.
Yeah.
Because it really does. It feels like this is really a Question story
Yeah.
to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like Azrael got top billing on the cover and stuff. But yeah, I mean, again, it's so much Vic Sage in this story. It's his villain. Yeah.
And I remember the Catman and Catwoman and Scream Queen issue. Like they were both like they had equal time in that issue. Like they were both equally balanced in that story.
So that's what I'm saying. I think you're
Yeah.
right. I think that maybe this wasn't originally supposed to be Azrael.
Yeah. I feel like it was either written for the Question as him being the primary star, the Question plus somebody else. Maybe a new character.
Oh, maybe.
And they were like, no, that's not going to be enough of a draw. We've got to have somebody else that's already got their own title.
Yeah, because everyone I remember reading of these, I think at least one character had an ongoing book at the time. So yeah, so I wonder, if it was supposed to be the Question and a new character, they were like, no, neither one of these characters has a book right now. So
yeah, that's possibly, yeah.
Because like you said, I mean, I could easily see them taking Jean Paul out and just plugging someone else in.
Totally,
it wouldn't take much.
Yeah. I just wish there was an editor's note in there that somewhere, some little blurb that says, maybe on the first page or whatever, that says the events in this story take place, between issues whatever in Azrael. So that way we would know, like, okay, this is why he's having the hallucinations. This is why we don't see Brian or Sister Lily or anybody else. And this is where Jean Paul is.
Yeah.
Like, in his story. Like, yeah.
Well, it's so weird, too, because, I mean, spoilers, kids. In the hallucination, the father said, oh, yeah, you destroyed the order, which I think that came at the end of that story that started in 24. Yeah, it was like in 26 or by the end of 26. So it's like, even then, it's like, yeah, this was published too early then.
Yeah. They were spoiling their own. They're publishing their own spoilers. Oops.
I'm trying to remember how 23 went into 24, but yeah, because it was just, I guess Denny was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try to crowbar this in after 26, which again, an editor's note would have been nice.
Yeah. Oh well.
So yeah, so I love that one page where the guy just like is opening fire on Jean Paul with the Uzi.
Yes.
He just walks into it and comes over and just decks the guy.
Knocks him out. Just knocks him out.
Of the Question. Look, whoever you are, you're obviously on the side of the angels. Jean Paul, you could say that.
Yeah. You could say I'm one of them. I liked the artwork in that too from Vince Giordano. I like his style. His artwork's it's good. We talked about him on one of the Night Quest stories. He did the Tally Man.
Yeah. Because he did do some like Shadow the Bad issue.
Shadow the Bad.
Yeah. But yeah, Sean Paul's like tells Vic, he's like, you take care of the people, I'll deal with the terrorists.
Let the guy with the flaming blades take care of the people with the guns.
And the bulletproof suit,
Yeah, like that too.
Yeah, because there's like 6 of them standing there, including Junior. Yeah, now you just see Sean Paul. Know that you are evil. Know that you are abominations. Know that you will be punished.
Yeah.
And
see, when was Jean Paul talking like that in the series? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was
like when was he talking like that? When we last saw him?
Towards the beginning, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
That was before monkey fluids, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was right at the beginning. Yeah, when he would
Since I never
enter that fugue state with the system, and he would just become Azrael. He would like cease becoming Jean Paul, and he would become Azrael.
Mhm. I mean, before the monkey fluids, a sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth.
I know, right? The traumatizing story.
Oh God, that story was bananas. So yeah, I love it. Yeah, Jean Paul's just going through these guys, and it gets down to Junior, like one other guy, and the guy's like, maybe we ought to rethink the slaughter. They start running. And Jean Paul basically just kicks them off the boat.
Yeah.
And everyone else is on lifeboats because this ship's going down. And once again, he's floating in the water, holding on to like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Where was he not before?
Yeah.
The end of last month?
Yeah. That's happened a few times. Yeah.
So then he gets to shore and he's talking to Vic and I love Jean Paul. Should we show our faces? And Vic, I may be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I don't think that would accomplish anything.
Yeah.
But then then Azrael comes upon Junior, who's basically
catatonic state,
talking to his father. I made a mess of everything. I'm stupid. It's stupid. I'm worthless. And Jean Paul says, "Perhaps not. You're hurt. You broke my ribs. Sorry.
Sorry.
I hope you find a doctor and then let's talk." He says, "I think we may understand each other." Because again, I'm gonna start Father Issues Anonymous here.
Yeah. This is Daddy Issues Week. Yeah, I got to go back and read those question issues because I bet that will add more weight and gravitas to the story. Yeah.
But yeah, again, I think you're 100% right. I think this was supposed to be a question and someone other than Azrael, because this is so much a question story.
Definitely.
Which again, it's not a bad story, but again,
no,
don't come to this if you want a ton of Azrael.
Yeah. It almost feels like this could have been a story that Denny had maybe lined up for like an annual of the question or something back when the series was going.
Yeah, or like further down the line that he didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, that resolved all of the Musto stuff.
Oh yeah, damn, I gotta read this. Okay, yeah, it is on the app, kids. So the question series.
Yes, the whole thing is on the series, so it's available. Yeah.
It looks like 36 regular issues, and then the question returns number 1. Oh, from 1996.
Oh, okay.
Looks like from maybe December 96. Yeah.
Was that a one shot or
it
a
looks like
limited
a one
series?
shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like a one
So
shot.
they were trying to bring him back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Will and I already covered it, but yes, in 2010 there was a question number 37. It was one of those Blackest Night issues.
Oh, right.
Where Vic comes back as a zombie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has to fight Renee Montoya. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yikes.
So. Wait, 36, and then it's saying there's 40, so there must be 2 annuals in here somewhere.
I think there's a couple of annuals, and then there's
it looks like maybe 2 annuals because annual 2 is that it must be that crossover because Green Arrow's on the cover there.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think I've read like the Batman and the Green. The other one might be a crossover too because it's the Fables one. Yes, I think that was another. Might have been Batman and Green Arrow crossover, or at least a Batman crossover. But yeah, damn, I gotta read this. Yeah, I have access to it.
It's good stuff.
I didn't mean to read this. Yeah,
it's a great series.
I always forget about stuff half the time. I need to start making a list. Meanwhile, my list is gonna be like giant damn scroll.
Atlantean sea scrolls.
Exactly. Because it's like I want to read all this. I want to read this and this and this new stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to reread this stuff for the podcast.
Yes. And then all the independent stuff. Like I could have a scroll just for all that independent stuff.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
That makes me mad too. It's like when I read like the Impact stuff or like anything from like the 90s I didn't read originally, and it's good, and I'm just like, man, I wish I would have read this 30 years ago.
Yeah. There's so much though. It's tough.
No, yeah.
Especially when you and I were kids, the market was just flooded with titles.
And again,
flooded with titles.
Like the Impact stuff, and maybe I'm thinking maybe the Question. It's like I didn't have access to the direct market until like God, at least 94, 95. So before that, I was at the mercy of this newsstand.
The newsstand, the spinner racks,
which didn't get everything all the time. Yeah,
right. Yep. It meant there were frequently holes in our collections.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even the newsstand, because that could sell out, and then it was just like,
oh sure.
I remember I'd be mad if I saw like, wait a minute, issue 45. What happened to 44? Sold out last month. Damn
it. Who else is reading this one?
Exactly.
In this town.
But yeah, I do remember like early on, just like as I discovered new books, like Tom DeFalco told us in the interview, you know, just you see that cover and just like, oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it grabbed your attention right away. Yeah.
All right, I really don't want to, but should we get to that last day?
Yeah, we can do that one pretty quick.
Yeah. All right, because I was gonna say I don't know if there's even they didn't even bother to do a synopsis for.
Oh, really? All right. Well.
All right, but I'll do the credits here. All right, the cover's not bad, but
yeah.
Oh, because it's the Barry Kitson and James
Kitson.
Yeah. All right. Azrael Annual 2 from August 1996. Night's Fall with an N, kids. Night's Fall.
We're back to that.
Yeah. Denny O'Neil, writer, penciler Barry Kitson, inker James Pascoe, colorist Demetrius Bazukis, letterer Ken Brzezinski, and editors Archie Goodwin and Chuck Kim. So a lot of names here that keep popping up. So.
And when did this was 96?
96, yeah. So
96.
This was a Legends of the Dead Earth kid. So yes, all the annuals this year took place in the far future. You know, different versions of the characters. Yeah. And there's no synopsis for this. That's the thing. And again, this was the one I read for the first time for this because I had to climb Malware Mountain like I told you offline. I was like, yeah, this is like one of the only Azrael issues I don't have. I'm like, so why didn't I get this? And I'm like, I must have thumbed through it somewhere because I'm completely fine because I have Annual 1, I have Annual 3, but 2 has somehow escaped me, and I'm fine with
that. And we were talking before the show too. There were some of these Legends of the Dead Earth ones that I remember being good, and I don't remember which ones they were. I remember there were 2 or 3 of them that I liked.
And again, too, it's like if like money's an issue at the time or something or anything, it's basically just like, well, again, 96. What is this? August 96. I had just graduated high school, so I'm
me too.
A minimum wage job.
Right.
So it's basically like if you can only get a certain amount of books this, at a time, it's like one annuals cost more, and it's like Legends of the Dead Earth. It's really not going to affect continuity. It's it's basically.
Right. Yeah, and they had varying degrees of success with their Elseworld stuff.
Yeah.
Like some of their Elseworlds annuals were gold.
Yeah.
And then some of them were just kind of like, whatever.
And again, this annual almost read to me more like an Elseworlds than like, a far future story.
It really did, didn't it? Yeah.
Like it could have taken place at any point in time, but like kind of like in an alternate,
Totally. With the sea serpent and the river and
because it's again, I guess it's supposed to be a future version of Azrael who's wearing like a white armor, but again, he has like a sidekick or whatever who's Brian.
Keeping with that.
Yeah, exactly. Even like talking about an oracle and like a talking head, kind of like Brother Rollo thinks he has, and
and then the head comes out and it's just
and then it's basically like you have to go to hell, aka it literally calls it out and says, oh, hell, Gotham, whatever you want to call it. So it's oh god,
it sounds like the oracle should have the voice of George Carlin.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I don't.
Bombing brown people.
It's bad for you. No, I don't. I didn't really like this one either, Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, you could have just stuck with calling it Hell, and we would have got it with you know, again, you get a Two-Face, you get a Joker. We would have got the point that, oh, this is supposed to be a nightmarish version of Gotham or whatever. But again, they
Yeah.
literally had to come out and call it Gotham. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like 1,000 years in the future, and we're still gonna call Gotham.
Still, yeah. And then he destroys the castle at the end, the castle of Saint Dumbass, and it's like,
Yes.
well, would that really have been around at this point in time anyway?
Yeah, and then
If it's this far in the future, like that castle would have been long gone.
Exactly, and then it's like he frees a version of Batman who merges with him and basically becomes Asbats.
Yeah,
And there's a version of Bane, and it's like you're basically just retelling his early adventures, but just through the, like I said, it almost seemed like an Elseworlds lens, not a future story.
Yeah, this should have been an Elseworld story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, you know, even if they had done, you know, oh, what if the whole Azrael story taking place in medieval times or something, or
I would have liked that better, actually.
even throwing some sorcery, you know, that's how he merges with the Batman thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
They did one of those for the Batman one where he was. Remember, he was like a were creature, like a bat creature,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the Joker was a mad mage, like he was a mad sorcerer.
Yeah, yes, it's
I
been
think
so long.
Kelly Jones did the artwork in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it has been so
Yeah,
long since that, but yeah, I do kind of remember that.
they could have done one like that, especially with the artwork of Barry Kitson.
Yeah.
On like this should have been a success with the regular team of the Azrael book doing the annual.
Yeah.
I feel like this should have been better than it was.
And again, I mean, I get that it was probably his pet character and everything, but I mean, Denny should at least let someone else write this. I mean, again, since it is it's not a regular Azrael, it's like so far out of the box. It's like, yeah, let someone else take a crack at it.
Yeah. Pair somebody else with Barry Kitson in the creative team and see if they give it a fresh take on it. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. What's the worst that could happen? Because this isn't it for me.
I mean, Denny wasn't afraid that they were going to take Azrael from him, were they? That if someone else,
I can't imagine so at this point, because we still had another 60 some odd issues to go in the series.
Yeah, because I'm just like, he's not afraid someone's going to like show him up if he actually lets somebody like write an issue of Azrael. Even one so far out of the box like this one, it's not like you're.
I'm just thinking when this was published, like there was still like at that point the series would have been like in the 30s, and it still went on until issue 100. So I can't imagine he was concerned that they were gonna maybe there were talks that they were gonna cancel the book.
Maybe,
but they turned the sales around somehow.
Okay, here's the cover to number 3, annual 3.
Oh, that one looks great.
Yeah, the cat and the angel.
Yeah. I'll be interested to read that one.
Written by Denny O'Neil, of course. Penciled by Jim Aparo. Yeah.
Ooh, even better. Oh,
yeah.
God, that's gonna be good. Yeah, Jim Aparo draws a great blonde biscuit. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that one. My favorite biscuit.
Because again, that one is good because it's like that whole year they're doing like the pulp kind of feel stories and all the annuals.
Love it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah,
because like that one was good. The Nightwing annual was good that year because it was basically him trying to prove like if this woman like killed her husband or not, like or multiple husbands because you get.
Oh yeah.
Didn't
they do a Catwoman too that was like that?
I think like I said, every annual that year was kind of like a pulpy. Yeah.
I feel like I have the Catwoman one. If they did do one like that in that style. Yeah, great stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
That'll be sometime probably next year, right?
Maybe. Here, let me look at the schedule. But yeah, I mean, it's just a little down the line. But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't mix that in with number 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in there for this year. So yeah, I'm thinking it's next year. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I know, but what was your favorite out of the 3 tonight?
I liked the first annual. Yeah.
Over the Azrael Plus Question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And mainly because of what we were talking about. Like, it felt like the Azrael didn't need to be in that story. And if it had just been the question and maybe somebody from his supporting cast, like a question one shot or whatever, it doesn't have to be linked to something else. I think I would have liked it better. But to me, I just can't get it out of my head that this seems like it was written for the question and somebody else, or just the question by himself, resolving this story with the Musto group and all that. And it was just kind of tacked on to Azrael. If it hadn't been for that, I think I would have liked it a lot better. But I really liked the glimpse into Ludovic, into the life of Jean-Paul's dad, like his last Azrael assignment. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if because I even started putting at least our Azrael issues on for next year. Yeah, I don't see annual 3, so I'm gonna have to figure out where to put.
Okay.
Annual 3. Yeah, I'll just check the date for that. Yeah, and I'll squeeze it in.
Probably in the summertime. They probably released it in this.
I'll look at it, but yeah, so I'll try to get it as close to when it came out as I can. Yeah, because it is good. No, trust me, we're doing that somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
trust me, that thing is a goddamn masterpiece compared to the second annual.
What about you? Which one of these 3 did you like the best?
I mean, I might have to go with that first annual like you, but I mean, I did like the Azrael Plus the Question, although again, it's like if you're coming for an Azrael story, it's not much of an Azrael story. It's a very much a question story.
Yeah.
But it is a good story.
It is good. It's a great story. Great script, great artwork, great everything.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I like the art in the first annual more than I mean, again, Vince Giorano. I mean, I like his stuff, but again, I kind of like the Kitson and
me too. Yeah, his style fits Azrael better, right? Yeah,
and again, cover wise, Azrael Plus the Question had the best cover this week.
Yes, that did have the best cover.
Yes. Oh, hello, Noel. Late night Jazz batting. Yes.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You missed Justin talking about how much he loves blonde biscuits. Yes.
Yeah. Especially when they're drawn by Jim Aparo.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Again, that cat. Yeah. That annual 3 is going on there. I just got to figure out where to put that. Yeah.
Nice. Sometime next year. Probably.
We'll see. All right. Anything else?
That's my prediction. It'll be sometime next year. Yeah.
I'll bet you $1 million.
$1 million.
Coming from the guy who makes a schedule. I'll bet you $1 million. No, not this year. Bet you $1 million.
$1 million.
Oh, that's something else we all got to get together with because a group of us did the first Austin Powers movie. We got to do the last 2.
Oh yes, yeah, I love the second one.
Oh yeah, that's
that one kills me.
I think 2's the best.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, must be talking about the blonde biscuit talk. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
Especially for me, man. All I hear biscuit talk from this one, from Lilith. I mean, it's I feel like I with a bunch of bakery workers, Again, we got another conversation with Lilith the other day where it's like, yeah, she's 5'3". She don't want to date. Again, they have to be dumb and pretty, and she don't want to date anyone that's like under 6'3" or 6'4". Yeah, we said that's the new erotica. Yeah, she's gonna be writing those naughty fictions about her climbing the beanstalk. Justin's like, wait, I'll come with.
Need someone to hold the camera.
I don't know if we need you.
I'll take a cut of the OnlyFans money.
I don't know if we need you directed that. You'll be like, Lilith, you're too much in the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Yeah, we need more lighting over here. More lighting here.
Ew, the girl's too much in the frame. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Stop moving so fast. I can't see it.
No, Lilith. That is completely wrong. Let me show you how you do that. No.
No, we don't need to be starting a rivalry now.
Oh my god, that would be so fun. You two dueling directors on porn. That would be the greatest Patreon episode ever.
Oh man.
Yes, Noel, exactly. This took a turn. Yeah. Boy, funny. We see the kids stay on track until Noel showed up. Sorry, we're just trying to get our laughs in, Noel, as the world burns.
Yes, yeah, before the apocalypse strikes.
All right, anything else on the actual issues?
No, I think we covered those quite well.
Yes,
a little mixed bag of issues tonight. Yeah.
Don't tell me I closed. Oh no, there's the schedule. All right, so yes. So next month, yes, you'll hear Justin and I talk. We'll get back to the regular Azrael series with Azrael 21 through 23. And it's kind of like the warm up to, that storyline we were talking about that takes place in 24 through, I believe, 26. Yeah.
Yeah. It's leading up to the big climactic conclusion to the Order of Saint Dumbass.
Yes. Good night, Noel.
See you, Noel.
Hello, goodbye. All right.
Hello, goodbye.
All right. So yes, kids, next time Azrael 21 through 23. And of course, me and Lilith are still wading our way through Cannon Fodder Summer.
We just did Crazy Quilt.
Yes, and we're going to do some Firefly, which by the time you listen to this, you should have heard the two episodes on Firefly. But the episode after this, you're going to get a one and done episode with Batman 395 and 396 and Detective 562 featuring Film Freak.
Oh, Film Freak.
Oh, I dug for Cannon Fodder, my friend. I dug.
Film Freak who met his untimely end at the hand of Bane.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Film Freak.
Oh, God. And then, yes, before we get to our next Azrael episode, 2 weeks, man, I'll be battling Lilith tooth and nail because the Cannon Fodder I picked was Calendar, man.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm kind of slow because it took me until like last night to figure out why Calendar Man is her favorite. Get it? A date every day. A different date every day.
Yes. Absolutely.
She's like, you just got that? I'm like, yeah. All right.
So much variety.
Boy, Lil, you're taking more shots than Ray this time, man. Ray who? Ray from Ray Plays Games on YouTube, where he plays with himself every episode, kids. Either one-handed or two-handed. Depending on the deck.
It's always entertaining to watch.
If it's a big deck, he needs two hands. That's right. All right. So send us your thoughts on all of those or on these Azraels we covered tonight. Email us. I need my visual effects for the YouTubers. Yes, kids. Yes, you get a little extra if you're watching on the YouTube.
That's right.
Oh, because You can't minimize it or it doesn't show up. You gotta like, there you go. All
There
right.
it
So yeah,
is.
send us your thoughts. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, you can find all things Capes Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes Lunatics merch with all the
brand new
logos.
stuff.
Yes.
Get it in red, get it in blue.
See that? Yeah. Look just like this slide. Yes. So let's get all the new merch. And again, we have Cash App links. So Lilith demands you ran the money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Please don't make us dance like that girl in the pool because we are kind of a klutz. We are kind of a klutz.
Yes.
Gold medal in klutz. So yes, please rain
Have you heard
ran
we're a
money on
klutz?
us Cash App. Yeah.
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
Again, yeah, that's what everyone loves, a klutzy stripper. All right, and again,
Well, those high heels are tough, you know.
Are you kidding me? Some of them are swinging upside down. And again, I know some of you want to put on a show. Look, I talk like I've been in a strip club in the last 20 years, but again, it's you don't have to put on a show. We don't care about the glitter. All right, so yes, so again, Cash App link, and again, the Patreon, where Lilith and I try to give you something different every month. I believe July, we're going to do the big breakdown of our road trip. Then we took the Hershey Con, where we finally met Mr. DG Chichester in person, and we got to meet, for the first time in person, we got to meet Mark Wade real briefly.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool.
And I didn't get to talk to him, but I may reach out for an interview. We saw Jim Shooter. Man, that dude's tall.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
big guy.
That's a tall dude. Yeah.
Yep.
And some more people, because I did get some prints, and I got a novel that I'm hopefully going to talk to that gentleman. There's a Scarlet Spider print up there.
Ooh, very
nice. You know what? You'll be interested in you. Oh, I need frames for these other two.
What'd you get?
Should have had him in reach. All right. Well, first, that X-Men print.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
hold on. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Glorious.
I don't know why I'm doing this with the small screen. All right. Yeah, X-Men print. Yeah.
That's lovely.
And you're going to salivate at this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You showed me that one already. Yeah, I love it. I didn't realize how big that print was. That's lovely.
I don't know if it's like 11 by 17 or something, but they're nice.
Fantastic. Yeah. God, that's good. Yeah, you're gonna have to find a place for those on your wall, Phil.
Yes. Yeah. Again, like I said, yeah, I'm gonna try to put those in frames. Maybe try to squeeze them into the side.
Yeah, I think you've got a space. I think I see a spot right over there. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, and again, so we'll talk the road trip, but you can find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right, now for this Justin the Owl, you can find him here at least once a month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast.
And of course, you can find him every week on Marvel Tales over on Capes and Lunatics, once a month on Energon Universe with me and Russell, talking on the new Transformers and G.I. Joe from Image Comics. At least once a month, sometimes more on X-Men Classics. And again, yes, the Electric Mullet, he appears there from time to time.
Yes.
Getting ready for
soon to be, yeah.
3 episodes.
3 episodes in a row.
So, yeah. But the King, that's not all he does. So, Justin, where else can people find you? Like these shows.
Also find me on these lovely shows. Gamma Charge, where me and Russell talk about the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk. This month, we will be releasing our new interview with writer David Pepose, so do check that out. We have a Patreon as well. On our Predator and Prey show, the Yocha podcast, we are joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and we are talking about the classic Predator comics from Dark Horse currently. And on the Lost Library of Legends, coming up soon, will be my retrospective on an Image Comics title from 1993, called Wildstar.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
That's right.
One way to the biscuit town. I'm going to eat this with a fork and spoon.
One-way trip to Biscuit Town with that Jim Apro artwork.
Oh my.
I love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just what I always wanted in a man.
You get that beating sound effects in the background.
Giant sized man thing.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
And again, yeah, Noel should have said instead of this took a turn.
Well, that escalated.
Yeah.
Doesn't take many biscuits to derail this train.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, we'll be back next week for Film Free. Oh, and we also decided too, we're gonna once Batman Cape Crusader comes out, we're gonna add like some reviews of the episodes.
Ooh, very cool. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Did you see that trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I am excited for it. Yeah.
It was like I showed you, even Ray was kind of impressed with it.
Yes. That's high praise indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Took time to get that deck out of his hand. Yeah. He had at least one hand free to type. All right, kids, come back next time. And again, come back next month for more Azrael and Justin. Until then, join us. Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the Night.
The Batman Podcast.
Maybe we should do Azrael. Azrael Podcast.
Azrael Podcast.
Daddy issues.